Hello and welcome to Under the Hat, a space for, sharing with you all what I'm doing right now. That exactly is the layout for Rangers of a Broken World. Let me find some music because I feel a little bit awkward without anything in the background. And if anyone is watching, please say hi. It's always really great to see I'm not alone here. Talking to the void or talking to future people that will see this after. Okay. Whoa, I have a lot of people here. Hello, Christopher. Juan Ochoa, hi! Juan is one of our illustrators at Evil Head. We love their work. Oops. No. And hello, Forja. Oi, Forja. So, let me see here. If I'm missing something. Yeah. You make your drawings look good. I just like it's so I always say that is really easy to work when the like raw material is a good material. So you make my job easier and easier. So this is our 5th episode. So I have really like made a lot of progress this past week. Like my 100% was more to my 20%. But it is okay. We are humans. It happens sometimes. I was having a lot of issues with migraines. I don't know what happened, but like today I'm feeling way better. But probably I'm going to forget stuff because my brains get a little foggy when this happens. But we are going to I will make myself understandable. I think I'm gonna make a kind of review of the process so far, so everyone can see where we are right now. I went back to the beginning. Let me change my my camera here. Yeah, I came back to the beginning to do some stuff that I wasn't this is very how can I say hard working in a way that okay, I have to make all those little texts more digestible and beautiful because it's the first pages of the book. I will probably use some of the images as a background here because this logo was made to be used on top of images. They look a lot better this way. And I have done this thanks page that it ended up so cute. I love to do this kind of stuff that is really simple but does the work. What else I have done here? I have, let me go further. I am almost like probably 75% of the book right now. Oh yes, this is the part that I made off stream. I stopped on the NPC sections, and I was like thinking that I wanted to have the images of the NPCs because I think it's a kind of material that GMs appreciate to have like these images. And in my case, I really love to have pictures of my characters because I can like easy access the memory about how that character is, how they speak, what are their goals, what they want, you know? So I initially tried to put some full body images, like spot images without the background. But as this game is really inspired by JRPGs, I was like, and what if I do like the torso up images like we see on JRPGs? And I'm going to do this. I reserved this space. I will use these elements as a background, and I will probably, let me see, I had, okay, here. Let me just place it the way I was imagining. Take this out. Oops. I don't know yet where I'm going to place exactly, but like something like this, you know? So we can commission the characters. I think they can bleed a little bit on this shape. I don't think it's a problem. So I have done this to all NPCs that we have here. I tried to make it like to leave as less as possible spaces like this because it's not big enough to have the other NPC here, and it's not big enough to add an image. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to make some other elements like this to fill in spots as this one, but I have so few occurrences of this that I don't know if it will, like, you can just leave as it is. It's not a problem. But this layout here, it's very blocked, modular. I don't know. Everything has a place to be. So I'm going to see what I'm going to do with this in the future. Okay, and I also started simple crisis. Crisis on this game are like it's not just combat, but it's that time on the game that like the time will gonna stretch a little bit and things are going to happen one step at a time, you know? So if you are arguing with an NPC or fighting or trying to end a a wildfire, for example. These are all crises. They're all possible crises. And I was actually doing this today because I'm trying to make some kind of openings that are a little bit different. Because this here was supposed to be in H3? Yeah, H3? No, H4. And I was like, no. I want something a little bit bigger, because like I think it's a part of the book that the GM is going to, or actually the conductor, that is the GM from this game, is going to need access and like to check out stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. And here is a little bit tricky because I had the title of the kind of crisis on this page, but I was not like loving it, and I ended up doing this. And some of the illustrations are going to be a little bit tricky. Like this one, for example, it's a winged serpent, like a black ribbon floating in the air. So probably we are going to ask for the when we commission to do something that can invade the space here, like that, like, and start going up, maybe crossing the spine of the book, but like at the same time trying to avoid to place any important elements in the space. So yeah, it's going to be tricky, but I think it's doable. And it will only be one of each crisis that will have this little, we have to place the image in a very particular way. But I had a very good experience with Steel Pots, where I also made some images that were like taking spreads. They continue from one spread to the other, and they don't have exactly like a square shape. That I basically mark on the page the area that the artist can work, and I will send like this as a template, the page that they will draw as a template. So it will be a lot easier for them to visualize where the image will fall. Most of the images in this book so far are like this, like we have a contained space for creating. They are going to have backgrounds. But for NPCs and for the crisis, I was imagining that we can do something, just the character or the monster or whatever, and without background, or just like tiny stuff from the background, like I don't know, clouds, maybe a piece of the ground. So, and I also like restructured the way all the components, all the stats of each crisis were displayed. Let me show you this, because I think it's something really good to work on when you get this kind of TTRPGs that have monsters, NPCs, stats. Where is it? Let me find it on the text. Let me show you what I am doing, because like I have here the original text. Here, simple crisis. So the simple crisis were like this. I had like the name of the crisis, how many actions per round they have, the goals that the characters have to choose, how to how to approach this problem, a text describing what it is, and the actions. That is basically like what this crisis is going to do. As I said before, this game is really inspired by JRPGs, so the crisis work like the rangers will act, then after everybody acts, the crisis and the conductor will act. And the information that we need to know, like, we can have 3 actions. That means that I can choose 3 actions from this list of actions. And each action will have a cost for the rangers to avoid. Like, you can avoid it, paying the cost, or they can get whatever happens. Like, for example, here, fire. A single sphere is launched from the horror side at a party member. The person takes 1 hit. If that party member is encircled, the difficulty to avoid this action is increased by 4. So it's basically what it's saying, the text, nothing else. So when I made the first version for the playtest, I left the action structure as it is, but now I changed it a bit because I think that for the conductor, seeing those values are really important to like gamble with the players, because they have a limited number of I forgot the name, but they have a pool of this that they use this pool to pay this price. So I have always to do this little math to see how many actions and what actions are good to like go with each other. So what I did here, I put the cost bigger, separated from the actions. I also, let me put them next to each other so you can see. I've also placed the goals as the first thing, because it's the first thing that players will like choose what is the approach they are going to choose. Then I placed some characteristics of the crisis. So we have now the crisis skills, the threats, and the actions are here also 4 per round. And sometimes the crisis has an additional rule that I also put in here, because on the playtest I was putting this as the last thing we have, like, let me see if it is here. No, it was on the end of the text, and I realized that I was forgetting about this every time. So if I lay out the stuff and I was forgetting to use the additional rule. So yeah, I need to put this in a place next to other stuff that I have to check. I don't know if you are listening, but there is a okay. I think it's quiet now. So I started doing the crisis, leaving space for the images. So we have here the terrors. Noble demons. I was trying to make this box of text to fit in here, but it was impossible. So I was like, okay, it's fine. It will happen another time in another type of crisis. So I get an idea how I'm going to solve this, because when we just open this page and see Noble Demon and the text from Shipwreck, they are not supposed to be together, but they are. So I'm going to fix this. So we have the demons, the lesser demons. Automata was the one that I was layouting now. We have some stuff to fix. Get this here. Why are you doing this? So Automata, we have the same issue. The text is on the page before we start the contents. So yeah, I was doing the nature and disasters, that I think it's the last one. Let me check. Yeah, it's the last one. And I'm going to solve this problem about the openings of each kind of terror, no, crisis. Let me take this element here. Oops, too much. I'm so sad that I had to do these boxes, like they are like two boxes, one on top of each other, because I wasn't able to do this effect in a way that I don't need to adjust every time. But it's okay. I'm gonna have to like go through the book just to check them out and see if I forget to do these tiny adjustments somewhere. I probably did this. When you lay out stuff, the most like automatic you do everything, the higher, like the lesser is the probability to have issues in the future. So it will go to my checklist, so I can do this manually. I'm so happy with this font choice. It is effortless. Like, yeah, so pretty. The font is so pretty that I don't need to do much. I forgot this here. Let me. Something wrong happened here. Okay. Okay, brown color. Okay, so now that I have made all of it, I'm going to try to solve this issue here. Let me go to the beginning. That are the horrors. So I was thinking that I can make a title for each one of the prices in a different color, and this color will be also here, so we have this direct reference, color reference, to avoid, like, let me see if it will work. I'm going to use the blue that I already have here. So okay. I don't want this to be, seems wider than it was before. Okay, better. I'm going to make a style of this. Noble Demons. I think I'm going with the pink or with this. I think I will go with this pink. So I have to make another. So this is H5 Demons. Oi, Nope. Yeah, we are here 4 p.m. in 31 minutes, and for people in the US. We are getting in the afternoon right now. Okay, H5 demons, and I'm gonna change the color here for pink and 80% or 100%. I think I like the 100% just because it is a little bit reddish, so we have this kind of red demons. They get together. They get well together. I'm going to change all of them. Oh, I want to see the images for the demons so much because they are all so cool. The descriptions are all really cool. For the lesser demons, I think I'm gonna use this brown here, but I'm gonna go with 80%. 70, okay. And I'm gonna do the same here, make another H5, add the, and going to change the shading color to 70, okay. Oops. I'm always like taking a second look because I need to delete this. Automata. Trying to think what to use for automata. Maybe this one? Yeah. A little bit in this size, in this size. I don't know, I think I want to use a gray, but gray is not on our color palette, but gray is just like a percentage of black, so let me see. I will go with it. Like, I don't know if it is an issue that I have, but every time that I make a decision, it needs to look good and it also needs to make sense. So I am always trying to do this to look good and to make sense. Let me do the title for the automata. H5 automata and shading think was 60%. Yes. And now we have nature and disasters, and we can go with one of the greens that we have here. Let me see which one of them. We have this one and this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one, but a little bit, yeah. Let me change this a bit. I don't need outline here. Yeah, and make a... I have a bunch of styles here, but believe me, when we go to the accessibility process, we need to do other text styles, and this list is going to be a lot bigger as well. Shading, change to this, 80%, okay. Oops, let me give a name. EP5 nature. It's good to name them because probably I'm going to lay out those on the ready adventure section, so I don't have to go back and see where I apply this. Here I have some sample terrain nodes that I was trying to make them fit in as like the less amount of pages the better, because the GM is going to like access those pages as well, like to see what kind of notes they can use. And I think I'm not going to add a lot of images, just one here. And I'm finally on the settings section. So I'm a little bit like trying to get a grasp in how many images should I use. I'm right now like looking at other books that we have done, because when I made Steel Pot, it has a really tight structure in let me explain. Like, we have mini games, and each mini game should fit one spread or two spreads. It is like a longer game, mini game. And when I have space, I added an image. It was really simple. This one, it's a little bit tricky, but I think that I am like adding images with like as much occasions as we have like in Apocalypse Keys, for example. So I think I'm doing okay, but like if I see that I need to add more or remove some, not a huge problem as well. I'm going to add an image here. I'm trying to think what to do with the pilgrimage destinations, because the image that I'm going to place here and that I'm going to make it move while you flip the pages. The idea is that we are going to have one of each of those destinations, but they are going to be like a little bit thin. It's not like super wide image for each place, but it's going to be like a really wide image when we see it like whole. So I'm trying to think if I should place an image for each one of those. If I try to repurpose the image that I'm going to commission for these sides. Yes. I will try to add one for each, because I think the descriptions are really awesome. Maybe I can do something, because right now I am always using the images like on the base or on the top of the text, but maybe I could like make each one of those locations with the same amount of space being used. It's a possibility. Let me see if it will work. Let me push the text a little bit, because I don't want to have so okay. I think I'm going to add the image like I think doing something like this will be like more direct. Let me undo what I have done here. This one will be here. Yeah, not working so well. Let me see. My issue here right now is because I'm doing this, I'm having this consistency of adding the image after the title. That is great, but it's not working so well. I wish I can have like title, image, and a tiny bit of text at least. Let me place this here just to remember that I'm probably going to commission a map, and I will place it here, but like as we have the spine, the some of the map elements will disappear on the page inside, but we can always have this as a digital art, so you can see digitally, and we can also make like a poster map for the crowdfund campaign. That it's probably going to be something really good to have. I'm thinking if I should make them a little bigger or a tiny bit smaller. Another option is that I can make the images with different sizes. I didn't want to do this. Let's see here if I place this before the title. If I can solve this. Not so much. This is not working. Let me clean the text and try it again. My other problem here is that I don't want to Alexa parar. I don't want I don't want to break a paragraph between spreads, like from this spread to the next spread. And I have managed to like do this till now. Oops. No. Make an exception here and place it here. It's not working. Let me try to change the size, like use some more of a square. Maybe it will help me. Oops, let me pick this new size here. Yeah. I'm going to take a look now to see the sizes of each one of these locations, just to have a feeling about, not a feeling, an idea about the sizes. They are almost evenly 1 page each. So I could make something with it. But how? Because like it would be awesome to have like the text in one side and an image of the location like this. Normally when I'm going full page, I'm doing this. And like I can make this fit a little better, changing some of I'm going to change this playlist because like it's saying that it is a lo-fi copyright free, but it has a lot of known titles, and I'm like, is it really? I don't want to be flagged. Okay. But my problem here would be the first one that is starting on this page. I'm trying to think another possible way to work this. Like I could try make something like I could add the locations as this whole image. I don't know, on the insides or on the outsides. But what I'm going to place here? Oh, okay, I can do like this. Let me see if it will work. I can this here. I don't love it, but I always like to try and see. Because I'm trying to make this one an image about the cataclysm or something like this. And then we start to I think I will change. Yeah, I was going to change this to the outsides of the pages, but this will make my column a tiny bit smaller than I was trying to do before. Let me see if I can make it work. I can make this 2 inches long, and also like give a tiny bit of space here, because without the guidelines not a lot of folks are going to notice. So I can have you get the same size here and get the first location, like the silence of the old capital, and do something here. Let me take this out. But I can't let this text flow like this. Oof. I think if I maintain this size, I will probably use the landscape image of the location, because I think that it's 2 inches long. I don't remember. I have it somewhere. It's not working. Let's change everything again, over and over again. The idea was so great, but I can't. Christopher is trying to use the InDesign shortcuts on YouTube. I was talking in one of the live stream sessions that I don't like to use shortcuts so much. Sometimes when I'm doing something like over and over again, I do this, but normally like I could make this here, but at the same time I already have a really wide image here, like wide, no, big image here, and I wasn't like, but at the same time I also know that this image here is going to be a map, so maybe it's not going to be so repetitive. Like I place the map here and landscape image on the next page. Yeah. I don't like this. I think I'm going to leave this section right now and go to the next one because I simply it's not working and I don't know what to do. So normally I like to pass and I will go back later and I will probably have an answer for this. That happened on the NPCs and the crisis section. Sorry for being late. In new additions, yes, I have shown some new pages that I have done, and mailing the NPC pages, the crisis pages, and I'm now layouting the setting. Like I'm right now on page 244. I think I'm like just letting the text flow. It's with 260 something. Yeah, a lot of Ghibli vibes. I can't wait to see the images that we are going to add, because some of them are going to be really dark and will contrast a little bit with these Ghibli vibes. Not fitting so well. Let me try here. Okay. And these images on the sides, these are only placeholders. I'm going to change this when the commission images arrive, but it's going to be like this really huge landscape that will change from sea to city to mountains to volcans in like tropical island, yeah, something like that. And so the colors will change a tiny bit as you progress on the book. Borders of Blue Rose, I'm gonna check it out. I didn't want to leave this tiny bit of text here. Let me see, let me do something differently. Yeah, it worked. I think these are new, and I'm like taking a look on the content to see if I should do something different for those pages. Small caps is not working for some reason. I'll change for the condensed. Change the color as well. Oops. I'm doing it wrong. I think I should have done a paragraph style instead of a... Let me see, let me do this on all of them and see if it works. Yeah, perfect. I was trying to give some I've written to the pages. Like, I don't like to have a lot of images in the same way, so I try to vary a little bit. I wanted this one to be... Let me see if I'm going to be this. Yeah, not optimal, but So now I'm getting to an area of the book that it's kind of an extra content, because I think that simple scenarios are always great for you to start engaging with the game. But I'm also thinking that I can do this with a different opening. Maybe I could do something similar to the introduction, like this. Let me see here. Let me change this number here. Something is not right. Let me see what happened here. For some reason, I didn't updated all of the numbers. Okay, fix it. Here, I think those are almost, yeah, we have two sample scenarios, Trembly Hills and the Excel world. And we are probably going to add here the characters folios that will be like pre-made characters with every information you need to start playing, like they are going to be already filled in. Yeah, I think that we will probably end up with 300 pages. No, more than 300 pages, because we have the character folios. Also, when I was GMing, I had made some notes about what needed to be highlighted. Trying to figure out if I should reduce a page or push another page. I'm going to do like this, because here I can what is, yeah, this one here. Oops. can play a little bit with the title, doing some go down a little bit. Oops. Yeah, I'm probably going to make another option for this because I will need some extra space for the title. Let me see the initial info. Yeah, also for the initial info. Actually, I think that I will only need this. I can also like style this a tiny bit different. I can go, what is intro? Because like you can hand the cover of the scenario to your players so they can know exactly what this adventure is about. Because here we have the number of players, the premise of the adventure, and content warning details. Let me see something here. Okay. I just need to make this space here a little bit bigger, and we can have an image that will like give a little bit of more context about the adventure. Here are instructions for the conductor, so I think it's okay to let this be here. Area 1, I have done a style for cases like this. Let me see if I can find it. That? Yes, I have done this for the character creation. I think I'm going to change this for bullets because when I was a conductor on this game, I normally was trying to find a name for a character here, and it's better if you see them separate and come here and apply bullets, and I can like set for okay. I think we can split in 3 columns, so you can see like I don't think I need to put a dot on each one of those. Yeah, way better. I still want to do something. Let me see what you are saying, but I want to make something different to highlight the spell notes, especially here. I have something that I have done and I will try to use it again. Let me see what you are saying here. Had to pop out and back again, but I love the title treatment on that page. Yeah, this font, what's the name, Aslock, is really beautiful, and they have a lot of different ligatures that makes the work a lot easier. Like, let me see if I have here. I have done page elements that I ended up not using it in the end, but this element here, oops, and it was supposed to be with the same treatment, like I have it here, let me see, with the same treatment I gave to the other components. Let me get it for you. Yeah, like this. But it ended up that I wasn't able to use it properly. But I think that I'm going to get a variation of this, so I can use, let me see, have it, okay, here. Because I am probably going to lay out the character notes, personal notes, and other kinds of notes. Like we are placing it in a music sheet. Oops. What is happening? I don't know, but oops, I'm going to expand this. There is some kind of box here. Okay. I'm starting to think that I should have done this inside InDesign, but let's see. Oops, no. I can do something really subtle like this. that I'm a little bit concerned if it will appear on the printed version, because this color on the background is like 25% of this green here. Yeah, it is already like really soft, and I wanted to use some kind of different font. Initially I was like maybe something handwritten. The problem is finding some handwritten font that is really legible. Learning Curve is a font to learn to write. Obviously, it's something that we could use, but I think it is really okay. Now we have something. I didn't want to divide this with common, but I think I'm gonna add. I have used these little stars for point stars. Let me see if I can do something here with it. This one, I think it's better. Yes. I really wish I have this shape, but not outline it, because I think it is messing around. Like, it gets too integrated with the font, and it's not what I was aiming for. I want this to be a separation from each one. I didn't want to use a vector here, but I think that I'm gonna get this vector here. Let me see. Get this. Now I have a separation between each of these. I think I can even space them a bit. Like, I can put a space before and a space in the end of the line and make it justified. Okay, now it worked. Oh, but it almost worked because I have this issue here. Handwritten cursive fonts, we always have this specific ending and starting of the next letter, and as I did this, like forcing justification. Let me see if I use, no, I was trying to use tabs. I wanted to use something that could like adjust for the words that we have here, because the words are going to vary. And have them a little bit smaller. Okay. I like this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as it is, and we are going to see if it works on other places. I'm going to make this not going to be able to do what I want here. I have played both of those scenarios and they are really good. I think I liked the trembling, no, the EXO, just because we have a demon. They are super fun to play with. It's a character style. I'm going to do as it is on the first area. Oh, and I have to make a text style with this. I think I'm going to go with paragraph. Yeah, see? I don't want this to happen. I really wanted to make my space. Okay. It also works this way. No, actually, this one has the demon. Trembling Hills as the demon. I'm going to add an image here. No. I'm trying to make the information like as not condensed, but make them not spread them so much, because when you are like in this work of the conductor, is really great to have every information close, because like, okay, we read the adventure before, but we are always like taking that really fast look to see if we are forgetting anything, and if the information is spread, it's really easy to miss something. I'm going to highlight all of the intro texts. This is so sad. Like, I wish I could like anchor the image. So, but if I anchor the image, it will be on top of. Maybe I can use some kind of effect. Let me see. Like an effect that will maintain it white. Okay, it worked. Overlay. So I can have it on top, because I can do something like this and it will maintain the position. Get this element here. I am not so happy with this letter here. Let me see if I can change it. Oh, it doesn't have alternates. It's supposed to be a G, but it's no. It is awful. I'm gonna have to change this. Why? Because probably this is the letter, like, how can I say this? Like, this is the shape that we are taught at school, but not specifically something that people commonly see. So I don't think it's the best way to go. Let me change for something else. I will not do this here. I will do this here because I can see it as I change. Beloved is a really great font. Yeah, and it's really close to the learning curve legibility. It's a little too swashy, as I can say. Let me see if I have some. No, I don't have alternates for it. Mm. What do you think? I can also like take off the oops, the caps like here. Let me undo this. If I maintain learning curve, no, I didn't like it. Why? This G is so awful. Like, it's kind of like an S, but also a Z. Why, man? I will have to find something to substitute here. I am sad because I already have done this process. I didn't find anything that I liked, and now I'm going to do this over again. I like Alicia. I have used it before. I think it has a good... I'm going to change to Alicia. And let's see if I settle with this. I think my main problem is that Alicia needs more space. But let's see. And probably I'm going to make the stars a tiny bit smaller as well. Like this. Yes. I'm starting to get hungry, so probably I'm going to stop really soon. This is also an intro text. No. It was so perfect. Why you are doing this? Change. Oops. Oh no. The only problem with Anchor is that I always have to select another place. I want to try something here because area 4 is breaking between threads, and I didn't want this to happen. So let's try to fix this. Overlay. Okay. So I think I'm gonna try to do something like this. Can spread a little bit over here. Let me see. And bring those lines this page. Okay. Okay, it is working. Oops. Hello, hello, hello. I need 326 free Adobe Photoshop. Everyone. I will probably have the crisis separate. Yes. Yeah. Let me see. I think I'm gonna get the templates I have done for the crisis. This one here. Regina is a demon, so I'm gonna get one of the demons that I already have here. There. Here. Let me do like this. I'm going to I'm going to delete. It's always like when we have this kind of layout to clean out everything, and then you go and place them. Because sometimes if we already have something on the field, we can like we are going to probably forget about it and like forget to place the correct content. So I prefer to do like this. So I normally get here the actions. I'm gonna add some more. Oops, no, not like this, like this. So I can delete this. Okay. I think okay, this is the description about Regina. So I'm going to do like this. So it's 964. What is the name here? I have so many styles right now that I'm like, oh my gosh, where I should place this thing here. These two have to go here. Have to add another one. And this particular daemon have a big additional rule to it. Actually, 2 additional rules. So, oops, let me get the right color. Let me add another row. Because I need to add the number of crises. Actions. Every time it gives this actions, 4 actions, additional rule here, and an additional rule here. I use the same styles as actions. Oops. Now I have to give values here. I am trying to decide if I should maintain like this crisis. I will see. But I really wanted to have an image for Regina here, but it is so big and it's okay as all of those. Right now I think I'm starting to remember that both of them has demons, but they work differently. Yeah, it has been some time. I think I can gain a bit of space here. Do this first. I will take a bit of space here. I'm gonna make this I was trying to make space to add her like on the center of the page, but I can't do like this because like I cannot add anything super important like here. So I needed more space on the left page. Okay, let's do this in a different way. I will get this closer to this. Like we start to like try to gain each little inch. Thinking of it right now. Because I'm trying to see what kind of content can be splitted. Like I could do something like this, like I would like repeat the title of the table here, but I still don't love this space. Like it would be great to do this, but I think a lot of powers are and I don't know, I don't think I can make this fit in here. I could like leave this first piece here, maybe 2 actions. Yes, this kind of work because we will have both additional rules here and all the I can delete this here and see if I get more. Yeah, I didn't got any extra space here. Let me do something else. I'm gonna take off some of it will not give me enough space to at least get those, but I can the out Regina here. I can even like break this a little bit so Regina could like occupy this space here, like she is really the description of Regina allows to do something really misty, as like Regina is a misty phantom, her body wrapped in an opulent gown of thick waxy leaves that drip crystal clear water. I think it works. It's the best we can do. Let me see here. I will get this out of this. Oops. I didn't want to end up like this. This project has some specific how can I say this? Technical specification, because the elements that we have on the sides are going to be this flipbook animation, right? So I don't want to place anything on top of it. So even when we have characters that could go over it, oh no, there is something. I thought there was another cell. Okay. So I don't want this to be on top of it. And like sometimes when we want a content to start on the right page, we left this page here blank, but it's not exactly blank because I can't take these elements out of here. Like normally I would do something like this, because and you see in most of the books when we have a blank page, it will always be on the left side, never on the right side, because on the right side we will always have this impression that something is missing. I don't know if it is because of the way that we make books and we have this as a rule, or if it's something from that came from oh my gosh, I'm going to say layouting, but it's not composition, because this the right upper area is where your eye is going to get always. Maybe it's 50-50. But I cannot do this here because I don't want this element to vanish. Let me check here what I can do differently to make this page flow over there. Oops, this is wrong. This is also wrong. I already pushed this to be on a spread. Oh no! Yes, I was finishing and now I have to do this again. But I just realized that it doesn't matter because the crisis will have to be on a spread. So I'm probably, I don't want to. The other option was to add an image here, but like I don't want this to be here because it will like be, it's like they are fighting each other, like they will not go along. Yeah, what I'm going to do. I don't think my brain is going to be able to do something about it right now. Oops. Let me do something before I forget again. I need to copy this element for the first spell notes. Oh. So what I'm going to do, I don't know. Another option would be to make some kind of flourishments, just like this is an empty page and it has this kind of different design. Like I would have to do something yeah, something this big, and it would need to be full of elements, like I can't get the name. Let me see on Google Translator because I'm only thinking in Portuguese. there is a bunch of different different words for the same stuff. I cannot complain. Portuguese has the same stuff, but I'm thinking about metal grate or metal railing. Probably railing. Let me see in Google Images if it shows me the no. It's almost this. I will show you what is it. I have a camera, I have a way to show you. I don't know if it is something common, but here in Brazil we have a lot of it, in especially more of like old houses. And I want this bigger. Can you show me this a little bit bigger? Like an ornament like this. We have a lot of this in more of old houses, and lots of those patterns are also like are part of the imagery that the enslaved people that came to Brazil, and they started working. They incorporated it on those, and it is really awesome kind of work. And when I was doing these elements here, I was imagining this kind of material. So I could do something more complex to fill this kind of empty pages. If it was a learning book, I would probably make note pages because like it's a good place to have notes on setting area. Okay, I kinda lost the page with the YouTube. Where is it? Okay, found it. Yeah, I think I will do this later. I think I have done a lot. I have to fix some details, but I think most of it I am okay with. It is how it's coming. Yeah. I'm almost finishing it, at least this part. I think we just have the character folios that are not here. Maybe there are going to be some kind of extra content. I have to check with Sean and Leon why they separate. But yeah, almost done. And after when I finish this, I'm gonna probably send them the PDF so they can take a look, see if I like made the styles in a way that they were imagining, and with the correct purpose. And probably while it is in revisions, we will start to commission the images. That is basically like I'm going to get every one of those sizes, and like we make this huge spreadsheet with every detail about the images, and we pass it on to our art director. So let me change my camera. My camera is super odd right now, but it's okay. I hope that you Leon. How are you? We are finishing right now. We are almost on the end of the book. I will probably like revise some of the choices I have made. I like to like rest my eyes a little bit and get back later to see. Okay, I see you are awake. Yes. I can't blame you. This week was a week of little naps, because like when you have migraines is one of the fewer things that you can do. But well, we are almost finishing it. I don't know if we are going to have another session, maybe. If I finish it, I will do another session just to show the rest of it, like how I finished it. And so it will be a little quick session. But yeah, like I sometimes, as you saw, like I jumped some areas that I was like, I don't know how to handle this right now, so I'm going to get back to them. And sometimes things that I thought they were settled, I'm like, I didn't like this, and I do them again. It's the process. It's normal, but I have a deadline, so I'm going to stick with that deadline, because I can't wait to start commissioning the arts for this book. And I have, like, I'm always on Blue Sky checking portfolio day, and I got some artists that I think would be a good fit for this project, and I have some friends as well that I know that would do a really nice job on this book. So okay, bye bye, see you next session.